100 instances in which Reliance Standard has been found guilty of abusing its discretion, and what you need to know about Reliance Standard cases. Now, Reliance has a history of biased claims administration. Take out the case of Nichols versus Reliance Standard Life. It's a 2018 Westlaw case. It's out of Mississippi. That Nichols court cited over 100 opinions in the last 21 years criticizing Reliance disability decisions. There were over 60 opinions reversing their decision as an abuse of discretion and as arbitrary and capricious. Let me tell you how this is being applied by courts. There's the McGinty case, which is a Minnesota case involving Reliance. And this is just another example of Reliance Standard's approach to claims management. Mrs. McGinty was a nurse. She was disabled as a result of Charcot-Marie Tooth syndrome, CMT. CMT is a neurological disorder that affects the peripheral nerves. Now, Reliance took over 204 days to decide her appeal, rather than the 45-day deadline under the ERISA statute. The court ultimately noted that Reliance could toll the 45-day deadline for another 45 days under the ERISA rules to obtain additional information. But they couldn't toll the deadline beyond those 90 days to obtain an independent IME, which it exclusively relied on to uphold the claims denial. The court held that whether and when she underwent the IME was under Reliance Standards control. The first IME was canceled because of conflict of interest. The second IME was canceled because Reliance wanted her to travel an unreasonable distance. And the third was canceled because it wasn't scheduled in a timely fashion. That's their problem, not hers. And Reliance was taken to task by the court for claiming that she could take a break every 30 minutes. And the court pointed out that ignored the realities of full-time work. The frequency of breaks can ultimately reduce the actual hours worked to less than a full-time work week. Now, guess what? Another tool in their toolbox is surveillance. And they had surveillance of her, and it showed her to be active outside of her home for several hours. But the court said, so what? That's not inconsistent with what her self-reported activities were on the activity of daily living form she completed. And by the way, it's not inconsistent with her inability to do her own occupation. So the court awarded her any occupation long-term disability benefits. Now, I will tell you, Reliance just doesn't learn. They make more money with their bogus denials than they lose fighting these claims. Isn't it sad? Their concern is not the policyholder's well-being, but the well-being of their bottom line. If your Reliance Standard disability claim has been denied, contact me today. I can help you get the Reliance Standard disability benefits you deserve regardless of where you live in the United States. And I'm not afraid to take them on. 727-894-3188.